So 76,000 people won't be there tomorrow. Now what? You're wondering, what are you saying here? Well, John Elway had to answer that. After years of playing professional football, went to a number of Super Bowls, he finally wins 2 of them. And in the world of sports, the only thing accepted is world championships, and you have to win them to be the best. And he did that. But every morning when he gets up, there's no 76,000 people cheering him on into work. And most of you have never felt what it's like. I played football at Nebraska for a few years, and when you walk out of a tunnel and there's people screaming and yelling like that, it's something that you can't explain to anybody else. Your adrenaline is off the map, and you get that going, and you can't recreate that. Well, maybe you're not a professional football player, basketball, or hockey. Maybe you're a musician. You got to figure out, how am I going to deal with that day where there isn't 76,000? And people have to do this all the time. Now, we're not all professional athletes, but we do have to wake up and figure out what's next. You were the top salesman in your group, in your division. You ran the office for them forever. And now that's over. See, life is just phases. From when you're born to 18, in my case, I was able to drink beer. I was able to go to college. When I hit 21, guess what? I could drink liquor. You have your kids in the 20s and 30s. And then you become empty nesters. And so for John Elway, he ended up going on and became a general manager and did win another Super Bowl, which is the ultimate. But it wasn't the same. John Elway worked his whole life to get to a Super Bowl, and he lost one after another. In fact, he probably just carried the Broncos the whole time. In Colorado, there's nobody more loved than John Elway. But John Elway's got to love John Elway. And how does he get up and do that? It doesn't matter if it's him, Dan Marino, Michael Jordan. How do you replace those highs? How do you not lose it and then you go off the deep end? And how do you ever have satisfaction again? And that's a tough thing to do. First of all, you win Super Bowls, that's a high you get once. You don't get to recreate it. The second, third, Tom Brady, God bless you, that you got 7, but the first one was it. And these guys work their whole lives. So many people do that, and they get to that holy grail, and they're looking around going, now what? We're going to talk about the phases of life, because it's not about football players or basketball players. It's about you in your normal life. And now it's changed. How do I transition into the next phase? If you're in your 60s and 70s, those are whole different phases. I'm living them. So pay attention. I'm going to keep bringing this up because there's a way to continue your life and not feel like the pinnacle was there and now what? I'll be back. There is hope. You have to believe.